The UK divides people into visa nationals and non-visa nationals. Visa nationals require a visa, otherwise known as entry clearance to the UK. This is a map showing in red the countries, the nationals of which are visa nationals. If you're a national of one of these countries, then you need a visa before travelling to the UK. I've put a list in the description below. The beige entries are the same, but in these countries, like China, for example, there are exceptions for certain types of traveller. This is what the visa looks like. It's a UK government endorsement on your national passport. If your visa is for more than 6 months, then this will be a so-called short validity sticker or vignette in your passport. It expires 30 days from the date of issue, and the way it works is that in that time you need to come to the UK and pick up a biometric residence permit, which is your visa covering the full period of your permission to stay in the UK. I cover this process in a separate video in this series. The other category is non-visa nationals. Certain people don't require permission to enter the UK, i.e. if you're a British national, of course, or a national of a country within the European Economic Area or Switzerland, pre-Brexit at least. In this case, then you do not need permission to enter the UK in the sense of having to apply for leave to enter the UK. Here are those countries. There are 31 states in the European Economic Area. They are the 28 EU member states, plus Iceland, Norway, and Liechtenstein. Then we add Switzerland, which, although not in the European Economic Area, is treated in the same way. So if you're from one of these countries, you can enter the UK subject only to a check of your passport or national identity card, most commonly your passport. There are also other non-visa nationals outside of the European Economic Area and Switzerland. The difference from the European Economic Area countries and Switzerland is that nationals of these other countries require UK immigration permission, referred to as leave to enter the UK, but they can apply for this at port of entry to the UK rather than in advance of travel. So they don't need entry clearance. That's subject to some criteria. So non-visa nationals do not require a visa if they are seeking permission to stay in the UK for up to 6 months and the purpose of their stay does not require entry clearance. For example, it's a visit or a business trip as opposed to paid employment in the UK, which certainly would require a work visa. So here in green are the non-visa national countries for which you do not need a visa before travel if these criteria apply. I'd say that most immigration routes now require entry clearance regardless of nationality. The main one that doesn't, and which non-visa nationals benefit from, is coming to the UK as a visitor for up to 6 months. Another point is that even if you are a non-visa national, you can still apply for entry clearance. Where it's not strictly required, this is called an entry certificate rather than a visa, but the process is the same. So in the description below, I've put a list of visa nationals so you can check from the list whether or not you may need a visa.